Good morning. Thank you all for visiting my channel, Lost Art. Um, Today I'm going to be talking about the correct supplies that you will need or correct tools that you'll need as a Lyft driver. As you all know from my previous video, I've been doing Lyft for about 5.5 years, like on and off. And it's been an experience, so I just wanted to I get a lot of questions as a Lyft driver about what it takes. Is it hard? Is it easy? Do you make an adequate amount of money? But one of the things that I was thinking about is just having the correct tools as a Lyft driver, because you are putting a lot more wear and tear on your car. Um, and so it's important to like have the right things that you need so that, if you had a tire repair or anything like that, or something quick that you needed done, you could just go ahead and get that taken care of. So, but first, I want to acknowledge where I'm at, here in Biloxi with the beautiful four elements. I got the sun shining on my back, got the palm trees in the background. The air feels really nice. It's just February, so but the weather is still pretty nice for around this time. It's probably like 11 o'clock or so. Um, but yeah, I'm here on vacation. But like I said, one of the cool things about Lyft is that you can do it pretty much wherever you are. So I drove here. So if I wanted to make, a little extra money or whatever on vacation, I could. And it's really easy just driving people around. So anyway, let's get to it. Um, so some of the supplies that you'll need. Uh, One of the first things that I always think of is the red gallon containers for carrying gas. Of course, you always want to keep your vehicle um, at least at a half a tank, no lower than a half a tank. But I know things happen, like if you're riding or giving rides to people back to back, sometimes you don't have time to stop and get gas, especially if they're expecting you to be there at a certain time or if they're in a rush for work. You usually don't have that many opportunities to stop in between rides to go and get gas or things like that. But you definitely want to have that container. Not to say that you may ever. I've never run out of gas, um, but it is a tool that you would need because a lot of times you have long distance rides. Um, the rides are a lot longer than you anticipated, and so it can kind of take a toll on your car. So you just want to just a safety measure. You want to have that, and then the next thing, of course, is a phone mount. It says it in the like the instructions when you're like about the ride and stuff. Like these are the things that you'll need. So I, the thing about phone mounts is you kind of have to find the right one. I know a lot of people are like it's not a big deal, but for me it kind of was in the beginning because I would get these phone mounts and they would either wear out, I guess, from the sun kind of like tearing at the I guess the suction piece of it. Sometimes the weather can affect how effective the foam mounts are. So just make sure you buy at least two. And of course, the foam mount is the little thing that you can put on your windshield, or your dashboard, or your vent to make sure that like you're not holding your phone or like trying to navigate with your fingers on your phone while you're driving. You can just kind of have it held up there. Doesn't seem like a big deal, but again, makes a world of difference. And of course, depending on where you are, you have no texting laws, so you definitely don't want to be pulled over for even somebody assuming that you're texting because you're holding your phone. So yeah, get you a good phone mount. I would recommend the ones that um, attach to your windshield or your dashboard, not the ones on the vent, because sometimes the ones that attach to the vent, they can be a little too flexible, and so they're moving a lot, and eventually the phone just falls off. But having correct placement, making sure not to put it anywhere where it would impact your ability or visibility to be able to see. What else? Tire repair. I did mention that earlier. You will need something. Um, if you need to pull over and put some air in your tire, and of course you can do that. Sorry, railroad track. But you can do that at a gas station. Fill your car with your tires up with extra air, or repair. But like I said, a lot of times you're driving in remote rural areas, and so if you're in the middle of nowhere and there's not a gas station for miles, you'll need some type of tire repair for your, if anything was to happen. And then, like I said, where I live, I have, a lot of potholes and just a lot of debris in the street. So, tire repair for where I live at is a huge deal. The city is known for potholes. So just think about that. Any of this stuff you can probably get at Walmart or AutoZone. It's not expensive. It'll be worth it. Like I said, if anything was to happen. Let's see what else. Jumper cables, of course. Some people even have a battery boost kit, which you can also get from Walmart or AutoZone. But it's an electrical device. It has the regular jumper cables attached to it, but it's like a little machine that you can plug up, and then it'll give you the boost instead of you like having to flag somebody down and ask them to give you a boost from their car. Like if you can find an outlet, then you can just plug it up and use the, of course, electrical current to boost your vehicle back up. Not an expensive tool. Um, and then now, this is something that I would get for liability purposes. You can get you like a camera, like you could do a two-way camera, but in a lot of vehicles, if you're driving and you want to show, they have these cameras at Walmart that they'll show you what's happening outside, like in front of you, like the way that you're driving, but they'll also show you what's happening in the car. And of course I say that because having a two-way camera, because you can see like what's going on like inside the car, and you can see what's going on like outside, as far as like driving. And the reason why that's important is because safety is the biggest thing when it comes to driving people around and just driving in general. Of course, the more you drive, the more likely you are to be involved in an accident. The more likely you are to run into, a customer that may not be the nicest. The more likely you are to come across, certain situations. So you just want to have something to record, like what's going on happening around you. Um, Again, just for like safety purposes, for liability purposes. So a two-way camera. Now those might be a little expensive. You don't have to get those right away, of course, because you're going to be paying attention in the car anyway. Looking in your windshield, just being aware of your surroundings, being alert of who's in your vehicle. All of that. But eventually, I would suggest like getting that, and just having that, not recording it and putting it on social media or anything, just having something just for you in case anything was to happen. Let's see what else. Um, of course, you can have like things like oil, like to top off the oil in your car. You can have I have power steering fluid. I have brake fluid. Just little things that you might have to have. Windshield wiper fluid to kind of top off your vehicle. Because again, these may seem like little things, but again, with the windshield wiper fluid, you know, it's important to have that because depending on where you are, if the weather is bad, and you're driving with Lyft, it can be a nightmare if any little thing can happen, like the windshield wipers aren't working correctly or, whatever. So just You might not use a lot of these things, but it's good to just have them. And of course, once you start really driving for Lyft, I think after your first 200 rides, don't quote me on that, but I think it's after the first 200, you receive this light. It's like a Lyft light, and so it helps for like especially driving at night. If you know you have your Lyft light and you have this little thing that you use to attach it to your dashboard, just like a phone mount. But it's you turn the light on. It's a little purple light. I'm sure you've seen it before. It'll help, you know, whoever you're picking up know that you're coming, or it'll help other people that are around. If you're parked in an area where cars are not supposed to park, they'll see that okay, this is a Lyft driver, so that's why they're parked there because they're obviously waiting on somebody. So those are things that you really don't have any control over until you start driving more. So once you get past 200 rides, they'll send you one in the mail, um, and then other things too. You'll even get a lift jacket after your first 1,000 rides. That's not nothing that you need per se, but you get little quirks or whatever. Um, but that is all that I can think of as far as supplies or materials that you might need. Of course, it also helps to have like little snacks in the car or a water bottle. Most people won't want that stuff, but it's just the little things that'll kind of set you apart from other drivers. So yeah, that's it. So if you have any more questions, of course you can comment below. Again, thank you for subscribing to my channel, Lost Art. Sorry, I'm tongue tied. This weather feels so good right now. It's kind of hard for me to focus. But yes, thank you for visiting my channel, Lost Art. Hopefully you will subscribe. I'll have more videos about what it's like to drive for Lyft. But I am going to go enjoy my day. Before I go, like I always like to do some, affirmations because again, I feel like if you're doing Lyft or Uber or anything like that, you're kind of trying to transition out of, working for, uh, working a regular job. Maybe you're doing it just part time, but that's kind of the journey that I'm on. So I'm kind of, gravitating towards other people who are in the same mindset. So these are the affirmations that I like to say, and you can, say them with me or just kind of meditate on them. Well, my first one is I attract wealth, I attract abundance, and I attract money easily and effortlessly. I attract wealth, money, and abundance easily and effortlessly. I attract wealth, money, and abundance easily and effortlessly. And so if you keep meditating on that and thinking about that, other doors will open up for you. Like I said, Lyft is just a gateway. So, yeah. Thank you all so much for visiting my channel, watching this video, and I hope you all have a great day. Bye.